so windy today, so wearing a cap. Also, I had a haircut, which is but not obvious. I managed to drag myself out of the apartment, so we are here now. I just came out from Chinatown Country Club. I did my Monday work, which is like a transient work, meaning like you're not supposed to go from weekend where you do nothing and then go into full throttle on Monday. What you do is you ease into it and then you just do a little bit of work, and then you do your bulk work on Thursday, Wednesday, and Tuesday. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then you ease into it again on Friday. That's what I reckon would do well for people, because I'm trying to do like Monday to Friday. Even though I work for myself, it works well, I think. Also, I needed to go to Daiso. Have you seen this? I showed you before in the previous clip, but the Christmas tree is up. So, the past few days, pigeons have been pooping again on my balcony. But there is an improvement, which is I'm not feeling suicidal because I've seen bird poops, which I definitely did in the past. So I want to... Oh, that is such a pretty green. So we are going to buy spray because I broke my spray bottle, and hopefully I can fill it with vinegar and hopefully the pigeons will stay away. I doubt it, but it's better than not feeling like I'm doing nothing. The wind is so loud, so I'll see you in Daiso. Jacaranda season! The wind is insane. Oh my god, the gust of wind. My skin is not getting better. My self-esteem and confidence is affected by this. I feel like a loser. Daiso. I'm after a spray bottle. Also, have you guys watched Stutz? I think that's the Stutz. S-T-U-T. I quite enjoy the fact that it's presented in a different form. So for example, you know, there are new words that we are learning, such as I think, what is it, X, Dr. X, or X form, or component X, something like that. Like that's, this X thing is something that is negative, something that always present in everyone's life, that is always going to try to drag you down. and you will never get rid of this X, these things that always gonna constantly tell you, you know, you're not good enough, you are blah blah blah. But those are not the one that you need to focus on. You need to focus on like gratitude and stuff, and love and improvement. And you also are dealing, you know, need to deal with your shadow self, for example, and kind of integrate that, which is like quite similar to all the self-help and psychological elements out there. But I feel like because it's been presented in his own way, it's kind of like going inside my head differently, and I quite enjoy that. I think one thing that I needed to hear from that particular documentary was the fact that you can't get rid of all these negative things that, you know, keep telling you that you're not worthy, blah blah blah. You can't get rid of those, so you really need to be self-conscious about choosing what you want to focus on. And that's very, like, that's just a good reminder. That's just a lot of good reminders in this documentary, mainly because it's also like reminding you that to have a stream of gratitude, meaning like you just need to keep focusing on something like I don't know, I'm grateful for my health, I'm grateful for my money, I'm grateful for, but like this, it's not like you need to fall into the feeling, but you need to keep kind of like having this kind of like bullet mentality of like keep gratitude, so that it becomes a stream, it becomes a path that you can actually feel, and you can actually have an opening, like I feel like it's a stream of path that is inside of you that you can open up to the universe, so that the universe can basically allows it inside your body, which is like quite physical, and I like it. And okay, I can't find what I want. It's usually here. Well, I know that usually it's in Daiso or in but I don't know if it's in this Daiso, because I think last time I found it in the Haymarket. No, not a Haymarket, in the Central Park Daiso. So there are a few Daisos in the city. So maybe I need to go to a different Daiso. No! Okay, I found it, but I want a bigger one because the small one breaks so easily. So I want a bigger one because this one. Okay, so do you reckon the other ones would have a bigger one? I think I'm gonna go to the other one. I'm gonna check out whether they have the bigger one and a different Daiso. Gotcha! I want one. How much is it? I think it's expensive. Anyway, yeah, so if you have time, like, and then, you know, to watch a documentary, I think Stutz, it's a really good one. And one of the things that I really like about it is that in one of the first few things that he said, like in the beginning, was about like when you're depressed and when you feel helpless, you need to focus on your life force. I'm in Central Park. There's a Daiso out there, so I'm gonna check it out. Anyway, coming back to life force, what he suggested was to basically focus first on your physical life force, meaning that you have to eat properly, which I agree, which I have like first-hand experience. Like when you're depressed, you really need to force yourself to eat. And secondly is like emotional bond, which means like relationship. You know, like you have to, even though you don't like the person, try to meet up with someone periodically, like once a week or once a month. On my first-hand experience, even though I hate human relationship and human interaction in general, like to the letter, I started getting better from depression when I started going to the monthly meeting for knitting group and see you know, people once a month and connecting with them. Even if I'm not talking to them, I'm just surrounded by them. And this actually, I think, like what jumpstart my like getting better when it comes to full depression. And then mentally also, I'm heading into daiso. You need to find something that stimulates your mind and, you know, kind of improve something in your mind, or like in your space. For example, like in my case, I started doing art and stuff like that, so that kind of like an improvement in my day-to-day stuff. So that was like the opening of the whole movie, and I think like that was really great because it basically captured the essence of the whole documentary. And I would suggest to I feel like this whole video is basically me trying to get you to watch that, but I am actually just find it quite helpful, and it's not being presented in a way that is like shoved down your throat type of thing. It's just like, this is what we do, and then they do like examples with Jonah Hill's problems, for example, and how they do it. Oh, I found it. So this is what I'm after. Oh, they have this. It's really nice actually. So I think I might get 3. Hopefully that works. Oh, look, there is this one too. I'm going overboard, but I like this. Yeah, so that's the whole thing when it comes to that documentary. The thing I really like is that one of the rules that he has is not to talk bad about yourself or to yourself, which I'm extremely bad at. I constantly self-criticize myself, bring myself down, like deliberately. Like, what kind of psycho masochists do that? Me, apparently. So yeah, it's a good reminder, because even though I've been reminded about that over and over again throughout different pieces of advice in, you know, throughout my life, it's still easy to forget. Also, this is really tempting. I've got my hands full, by the way. This, like, you just push your thing in there, then it would give water out, right? Hold on, why is there no, like, no, what? Isn't that supposed to be like a valve or something? It looks like if it goes like that, it tips and the water would run out. So yeah, so that's really good. I feel like what come out from that particular documentary for me was not to talk bad about myself. Also reminder that gratitude is, you know, something that is actually quite essential. And forgiveness is not about other people, it's about you. You want to release yourself from the bondage of, you know, hatred, because it's not destroying anyone else, it's about you. And also there's this one thing that they discussed, which is this unfairness about the world. Like, do you want to spend your time fighting with the world, or this ideology in your head about everything is unfair, and you're spending, like, I don't know, a decade of your life trying to right this unfairness, and basically wasting time doing that. And I feel like I was being called out on, because I feel like that's what I've been doing the past 10 years. It's like trying to kind of like demanding universe to like course correct, because I feel like my life is unfair, everything that's happened to me is unfair. And at the bottom line, like, this is not the documentary, this is not the therapist's voice, this is my voice. Is like, people don't care, the universe doesn't care, in the sense that what do you need to do now, what can you do now forward that actually matters, which is sad to a certain extent. But you have to abandon that that effortless effortless energy trying to course correct something that is not in your control, which I found to be very jarring and it's quite confronting, because you know you want your fair share, right? You want things to be right. I'm at Woolies. It's summer. It's almost summer. One thing I like about summer is fruit. We got lots of fruit. Anyway, that's enough about that. Let's get back to our usual programming, which is like no content, which is what I actually quite want to for this particular channel, because like my head is always talking in a sense like it's quite heavy, a lot of heavy thoughts, a lot of heavy energies, and you know, sometimes people just want to escape. So this is my very expensive pleasure habits these days, and it's so unhealthy. I think this is the cause of my acne right now, because it's definitely not healthy. It's really expensive. It used to be $3.75, but now it's like $5.80. I've been eating this for like, I don't know, 20 years, and it has gone from $2.50 to $5.80. If inflation is like, if you're still like in your 20s or in your teens, you would experience this when you are older. You would think like, what the heck? Like, I don't know, like maybe it's just me, but you will experience this feeling of why is everything so expensive. They changed the design for the packaging. This I mean, because I have like allergies, like really bad skin allergies for chemicals, so I use that, and that kind of works for me. But yeah, that usually has a different design. So being the cheap person that I am, somehow along the way during COVID, I managed to figure out that if you buy these for $5 something, $4.55, or no, $4.65, and this is a concentrated one, it would, rather than buying that for $5.05, and you use that and then you just fill it with this and then you kind of dilute it with water, it actually has the same effect, because they're basically using the same thing. So they're using like the same ingredient. So if you check out the ingredient, where is the ingredient? So active ingredients, I think it should be the same if my mouth is correct. Kind of like, I think it is the same, right? It's just different concentration. So active ingredients, sodium hypochlorite. Active ingredients on the right is sodium hypochlorite as well. And available chlorine 5255. So this is like a diluted version of that. So if you buy that and then just keep pouring it with water, you get the same effect. $3 quarter chicken from Woolies. Not focusing. Anyway, that's $3. That's a quarter chicken. This looks so pretty. I'm a sucker for packaging. Oh, that looks so pretty too. I definitely buy things because it looks nice. See? These are like so cute. Look at that. Denny's chocolates. $11 though. But look, it's so pretty. The wind is still strong, so I don't know if I can talk outside. Would you like to play chess? It's still early in the day and it's summer, so the daylight goes until about 8 o'clock these days. And no, 7. I'm exaggerating. We're not in December yet. So around like 7, and so the day is so long. So yeah, I feel like there's an obligation to explore the outside world during summer, and also this from here on in, like Sydney siders are probably not in Sydney anyway. Most of the people that I hear are probably tourists. Kind of feeling lost. I don't know. Whoa, my god, look at these birds. I'm not really sure where to go. I kind of like finished my what I set out to do outside, which is to submit like 100 items, or uploaded 100 items, which I did. So now I'm like, oh, should we just go home? Oh, is this like a community garden? And locally in my area there is a community garden, but it's just a bit far from where I live. Oh, shall we just like sit and indulge in this weather? I felt like really old because when I was, I had a haircut this week, and when I sat at the chair, like the haircut chair, and I look at my chin, I could see like all the fat drips, and it sagged, and it's saggy fat. Now I have saggy fat, and I have saggy bellies, saggy boobs. It's like, oh, I am middle-aged, and it's just such a powerful and very ugly realization. Like, oh my god, it is here. These stories that I've heard all my life about this. I finally understand why women would get like plastic surgeries now. It's not shower. It's life saving. Anyway, I think I'm going home. I'm such a bore. I'll see you guys next video. Bye everyone. Have a good one.